In this armed self-defense series, we've reached the end. We're going to talk about mindset. To me, that's the single most important thing that's going to get you through a gunfight and come out the other side as a winner. So if you want to learn about how to develop your mindset for gunfighting, stick around. Colonel Jeff Cooper, who founded Gunsight Ranch, was a World War II Marine Lieutenant Colonel. He founded the modern technique of the pistol. He started the process we have been in since the 1960s to master pistols and to learn how to really fight with them effectively. And in terms of mindset preparation, I think he invented one of the greatest tools that we can have. I was fortunate enough to hear Colonel Cooper give his color code lecture at Gunsight in 1981, and I even bought a copy of the videotape of that, and I played it in training classes until the tape got so worn out I could hardly use it anymore. What Cooper does is break down alertness and mental preparation for combat into 4 colors: white, yellow, orange, and red. White is completely relaxed. You are unaware of what's going on around you. When you're asleep, you are in condition white. Unfortunately, a lot of cops are out there working the streets in condition white when they shouldn't be. A lot of concealed carry holders are in condition white when they shouldn't be, because you need to be alert to what's going on around you. You need to understand that the world is a dangerous place, and you need to maintain 360-degree security as much as you can. What's going on around me? The next step on our color code is yellow. And Jeff Cooper calls this relaxed alert. I am alert. I'm not walking around with my head in a bag. I'm paying attention to what's going on around me. I'm not on hyperdrive. I'm not on hair trigger. But I understand that it's a dangerous place to be out in society, and I'm carrying a gun because I know it's a dangerous place, so I need to pay attention to what's going on around me. 360 degrees as much as possible. I practice this when I travel. Over the years, I've spent an awful lot of time driving interstates. And so I try to be aware of what's behind me as well as what's around me and in front of me on the interstate. I do that by checking the mirrors. And if I suddenly look up into a mirror and some car has gotten up close to me that I didn't see approaching, well, then I give myself 1 demerit for the day, because I want to see those cars as far away as possible, even behind me, and be alert to what's going on. If the guy next to me does something stupid and I have to make a sudden change of lanes or something to avoid an accident, I need to know where everybody is around me. And to me, that's a very good way to practice yellow. As a cop, you need to be paying attention all the time, in your vehicle, out of your vehicle, especially when you're making contact with someone, especially when you're answering a call. The next level is orange. Yellow was a relaxed alert. Orange is a focused alert. Now I am probably sacrificing that 360-degree security, but I'm focusing in forward. There is something that has piqued my interest. If I'm on a traffic stop, when I start to approach that car, I'm no longer on yellow, I'm on orange. I'm looking forward. You got to pay attention enough as a cop out there. There are more cops hit by cars than by bullets every year. So you got to be alert of where you are. That's why nowadays we make passenger side approaches on cars a lot more than driver side approaches on interstate highways. But I'm focused forward. I don't have a threat. I'm not going to have a gun in my hand necessarily, but I'm ready for anything that can happen ahead of me. And my focus is the driver of that car, or perhaps someone else who's in that car. The same thing for civilians. If you're in a restaurant and you hear a commotion, you're going to drop that yellow alert, you're going to move to orange, you're going to look the direction of the commotion and say, what's going on over there? It's not necessarily a threat. I don't have to get prepared to deal with deadly force, but I need to know what's going on over there, and I'm going to concentrate on that until I'm convinced that it's not a problem, that I can go back to my yellow status. In orange, you might identify a threat. Once you identify someone in front of you that is indeed a potential threat, you now shift to red. Red means I'm ready to deal with it. Will you have a gun in your hand in red? Not necessarily, because the threat may be focused on someone else rather than me. But if you feel the need to, then I would say have the gun in your hand. In many states, drawing your weapon from the holster is brandishing. And so you are crossing a legal line when you remove that weapon from the holster. You got to be justified. Having it out of the holster is one thing. Pointing it at someone is definitely something else. Now you have crossed a line of assault, or even aggravated assault in many states. You got to be justifiably taking the right action in those kind of circumstances. So red is not the firing stroke. Red is not pulling the trigger. Red is being in the position where I am ready to if I need to. If I'm, at this point, if I'm going to point a gun at somebody, I have to be in condition red. I have to be ready to make that firing stroke if that's what it's going to take to keep myself and my people safe. Now, a lot of people who teach the color code have added the color black. And I've seen this for two reasons. Some people say black is a totally uncontrolled mind. You've gone into panic mode and you're probably not going to survive the situation. They don't understand the color code. The whole point to moving from white to yellow to orange to red is to prevent panic, to keep yourself in a state of control, ready to deal with whatever you face. So thinking that we need a black as a panic mode, I think defeats the whole color code. Others have added black, and they consider that to be the aftermath of using deadly force. Now that I've gotten to red, the threat presented itself, I had to use deadly force. Now I'm moving into black, which is the aftermath of what is going to befall me from pulling the trigger. I understand their point of view, and I think programming yourself for what will come when you use deadly force is important, but I don't like the added color. To my notion, I think Cooper came up with a great way to prepare yourself for deadly force. White, yellow, orange, and red. Let's keep it simple, stupid. Okay, we're going to talk about what you have to deal with in the aftermath, but I don't know that we need a color code to discuss that.
Okay, we got them both here now. You ready? Bud got one. Ginger got one. Oh, she missed it. She usually gets them, doesn't she, Bud? Okay, girl, last one. You ready? You ready? Yeah! That's all there is till next time.